Yeah.
It is recording to the cloud.
Awesome.
All right. Interesting. Okay, okay, so you are actually recording. I don't know how that's going to work for me, but if you get the recording at the end, send it over.
I absolutely be happy to.
All right. So we are going to get started today. Welcome everybody to Marketing Matters. This is our weekly webinar that we do every Wednesday at 10 a.m. We bring you the experts in marketing for real estate. We go through all of our business development managers. They have all come on twice. They're actually going to be coming on a third time to share some of their ideas with you. And we bring experts from the industry to you as well. This morning, I am joined by Ron from Goldwater Bank. Ron is a DISC assessment specialist. We actually did a DISC class with him. If you're in real estate and you have not done a DISC class or a DISC assessment for your personality type, I would highly recommend that because it will also teach you what tools and techniques you should be using to market your business, because this is why we do Marketing Matters. It's because there are so many different marketing techniques out there, and not every marketing technique is going to work for every personality type or every business. So the great thing about these 30-minute classes is we give you a taste or a few techniques, and you can kind of dive deeper in and explore whether this is something that you are really interested in implementing in your business. And today, Ron is going to cover. It's early. I still need
absolutely.
some coffee. So Ron is going to cover something a little bit different than this. He is actually going to cover 6 tips on YouTube for your YouTube videos. We talk a lot about videos. In fact, we did a video class just last week. Video is one of my passions in this industry. If I see you doing a video and you're posting it on social media, I don't care how good that video is, I'm going to comment that I love it. And you're going to get positive feedback from it. And I think that's what holds so many of us back from doing videos, is we worry about what people are going to think. And I'll tell you what, I'm watching and I love it. So you're going to give us some tips for YouTube specifically. And this is going to help us to, one, probably get more comfortable with doing video, but 2, be able to leverage videos for your business. So with that being said, Ron, take it away.
Awesome. I'm actually sitting here writing notes as you're talking because you are triggering me. And I think that's awesome, right? Great minds think alike, and we always get to come together and talk things out. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hi, everybody. It is so good to have this opportunity to share with you. And I wanted to just come at you with 6 tips for optimizing your videos on YouTube. YouTube is something that our team uses quite a bit in our marketing, and that we have found it to be very beneficial to our business and to our community, both to our real estate families and clients, and also to those who are utilizing our company for their mortgage loan. So welcome. I'm so thankful that you're part of this class. And I'm going to knock this out in 30 minutes, within 30 minutes, if that's cool, all right? So first thing, I am Ron, as Sarah told you. I am directly responsible for marketing and business development with the Versalino team at Goldwater Bank Mortgage Division. As Jimmy likes to say, who is our producing branch manager, Jimmy Versalino, I am the director of first impressions. And what that means is anyone that comes in the door is greeted by yours truly, Ron, and we establish relationship from the first handshake, or obviously during COVID, the first either fist bump or elbow bump, right? So we establish relationship. It's important that relationship is established right from the get-go, whether they're coming in the door or they're calling on the phone. We want them to know that they matter to us. I'm also a social media strategist. I have been in social media since the early days of Facebook, believe it or not. I was not a MySpace guy, but hey, who knows? We might go back to that, right?
Dude, I miss MySpace.
Right, absolutely.
I'm
It
gonna
was pretty
date
epic.
myself. I loved MySpace. My little videos with all my
Absolutely.
pictures and music and my background. But I'll take what I can get
100%.
nowadays.
Absolutely. Yes. As Sarah mentioned, I also am a certified disc motivator and EQ presenter. If you want more information about that, all you got to do is reach out. I'll give you my contact information at the end. As well, I'm a public speaker and a professional vocalist. I did professional music for many years in Nashville, Tennessee, before I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, where, believe it or not, I did some more professional music for a while. I had the opportunity to do background vocals for, brace yourself, because this is going to really date everybody, Sister Sledge, if you remember them. That was pretty wild. We Are Family, did some BGVs for them, and it was the most embarrassing story of my life is from that era. And maybe someday I'll share it with you, but it's a great story. I'm able to laugh about it now, right? So this is why I can do video with confidence, is because I have bombed it many, many times. And you learn that it's okay. And once you hit your 40s, you realize you don't care what people think. And I'm told that at 50s, you realize they weren't thinking about you anyway. So I'll let you know when I hit that. All right. So here we go. Here's our team. This is our motivated partners here at Goldwater Bank Mortgage Division. First, you see there, Jimmy Versalino is our producing branch manager. He is a VA loan expert, and he is in the top 1% of VA loan originators in the country. Then we have Michael Carabio. You might have heard of this guy once or twice. I think you... He is our pipeline manager. You may know his son also, Michael Carabio, right? And then we have our pre-qual specialist, Brian Coakley. Brian is the glue that keeps everything we do running together. He's an incredible pre-qual specialist, also an originator. He and Carabio both are originators. And then obviously you are one of our partners. We are successful because of great real estate agents such as yourself, sending great clients and families our way to help them and serve them with their mortgage needs. As we move on, I just want to let you know, today we're going to be learning why YouTube matters. A lot of people I have learned over the last several months are a bit apprehensive to use YouTube because they're not sure what really matters in regards to YouTube. So we're going to talk about why YouTube matters so that you can decide whether or not it's best for your business. We're going to also share with you 6 ways that you can optimize your videos for YouTube so that you get the highest rate of return when it comes to posting to your channel. And then finally, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip for growing your YouTube video audience. All right. So before I get started in that, obviously we are in a market that is in a bit of a crunch, right? What is the biggest crunch of the time is inventory. So I wanted to share with you a solution for your clients that you may be working with. It's our jumbo construction to perm single close loan. And it doesn't have to be a jumbo loan, but a lot of your clients might be in the jumbo category. Remember, jumbo is anything above conforming loan limits. For 2021, I believe that's 548,250. Your client can build their dream home with Goldwater Bank. A jumbo construction to permanent loan is specifically used to finance the construction of the borrower's new home and their permanent mortgage all into one single transaction with one closing. Here are some of the details. Your client can buy land and build their house with as little as 5% down, and there's only one closing, one set of fees, and there's no refinance required. If you want more information about this, again, you'll have my contact information at the end of this session. Also, by the way, veterans can now build their dream home using their VA loan benefit. For more information about this, reach out to me because many of the banks are not doing this, but guess what? This team is. So we're excited about it. So here's why YouTube matters. This is really important to know in moving forward with your YouTube channel. The first thing is that YouTube has more than 2 billion logged in monthly users. That's amazing. Here's what I'm not saying. is there are so many more that are not logged in that are watching YouTube as well. So you know that you have that minimum usage of 2 billion users worldwide. The next thing that you should know of why YouTube matters is that 74% of adults in the United States are using YouTube. That's awesome right there. That means that the reach, the potential reach that you have for getting more clients via your YouTube channel is incredible. It's just climbing and climbing. The third reason is 77% of 15 to 35-year-olds in the US are using YouTube. Guess who that includes? The millennial generation, who are the largest purchasing population right now when it comes to real estate. So when you want to reach them as your clients, this is a great method for reaching out to them because this is the medium that they're using to get information. And what better way than to flood their mobile phones, their desktops, their Apple TVs, and any of the other smart TVs than with your YouTube video on their channels or on their viewing dashboard. All right. Next, YouTube is the world's second most visited website. How many of us can say that we are visiting YouTube at least 2 or 3 times a day? Can I tell you, I dumped my TV for only YouTube. I got rid of cable TV, satellite TV. I don't give them any money anymore. And now all I have is YouTube at home, and I love it. And they're the second most only because their parent company, Google, is number 1. So one could say that they really are number 1 because of Google, right? Number 5, YouTube is the world's second most used social platform. This is just behind Facebook, which is powerful because it's completely different from Facebook. Facebook, you're having to go through all these memes, you're scrolling to see, the most popular meme of the day, what your friends are doing. But on YouTube, you're going straight to the content. You're getting the information that you're looking for right from the get-go, which is pretty awesome. And then finally, the 6th reason why YouTube matters is that 70% of viewers have bought from a brand after seeing it on YouTube. And there are several real estate case studies in regard to this as well. And just look around the Valley. Some of the top producing agents in the Valley are utilizing YouTube, and you could be in that same category. So this is 6 compelling reasons why YouTube would matter for your business. All right. Next, I want to talk about first things first. All right. First things first, when you are working on loading up your video to YouTube or to your YouTube channel, you definitely want to create titles that will attract people to your video. Titles are incredibly important. And this is why. You want to start with how-to videos. How-to is one of the most commonly searched terms on YouTube. Many people are using YouTube as an educational format. They're wanting to know how to buy a home, how a first-time homeowner gets a mortgage, how to remodel my home so that it would sell at its top dollar. Any one of these how-to videos is incredibly high. So when you are creating a title for your YouTube channel, make sure you are providing valuable information with a how-to and then fill in the blank. The next thing that you want to know with creating great titles is to keep your titles within the 70-character limit. That's including spaces. And I wrote here right on this slide that since YouTube utilizes the ellipsis, or we know them as the 3 dots after a word, after 70 characters is when it shows up on YouTube. Users aren't able to see the entire title and are likely to scroll until they find one that catches their attention. So you want to make sure that your title is short enough that the entire idea behind your video is mentioned in that title so that you capture the viewer's attention. And then you also, it's very important, this next step when creating a title that will attract is your keywords. There are so many tools out there, and There's so much information out on the web concerning finding the right keywords for your titles. Let me tell you, no one owns the market on being able to provide the right benefit as far as finding the keywords. So find a company that you are comfortable with, do a keyword search so that you know how to title your videos. Make sure that you utilize your search term, your premier keyword that you would like to rank for naturally in the video title. I can tell you on our channel, VA Loans for Vets, which is Jimmy Versalino, we use the keyword VA loan or VA loans in nearly every one of our titles. And that keeps our viewership at the top because that's who we target a lot of our marketing to, right? To veterans. And then finally, in this idea, you want to use eye-catching and attention words. This is not only smart for your listing for the home that you're putting on the market for your client, but this is also important for your YouTube channel entirely. The catchier that your title is, I see a misspelling in that, so forgive me for that. I'll fix that slide. The more views that you're going to get on your video. Use catchy title words to attract your audience. For example, you use these probably in your listings. You're going to use words like amazing or dream home or charming or ambiance, right? What do people think about when they're shopping for a home? They're looking for a charming little house that has ambiance, right? So you want to definitely use those words in your title, and then also later in your description. And don't forget that your video content needs to satisfy your audience. I'll talk a little bit more about this a little bit later, but your clients, those who are watching your channel, have this one idea in mind. Jimmy taught me this when I first came on board 3 years ago in marketing with him, is everyone wants to know what's in it for me, right? They want to know that from your channel from the get-go. And if your title includes what's in it for them, you are likely to get their business right from the get-go. All right. Second, tags. YouTube tags function to help you YouTube grasp your video's content and context. This way, YouTube can understand your video's topic and category and associate it with similar content, which in turn increases your video's reach. So you can see I have 3 different boxes here. The first box talks about add tags to videos. This is after you've started uploading your video to YouTube. You're going to get a few messages about how to add tags. One of the things that I think you should know is that tags are descriptive keywords you can add to your video to help viewers find your content. Believe it or not, tags are incredibly important. And while your viewers do not see the tags associated with your video, they're embedded into the back end, kind of like the office side of your video, where YouTube will make them part of the search results because your tag word is in there. I have recently learned, because I've been experimenting with this is an experiment in process for our team, that adding more than 15 relevant tags will cause YouTube, will cause your video to be flagged as spam. Now, initially I did not know this and I went tag happy, right? I put, it gives you 500 character limit under the tag section. Well, just because it says you can do up to 500 tag limit does not mean that that's accurate. Another thing that I am learning via the YouTube tag feature is it doesn't have to be a single word. It can be a phrase. And I would recommend that your first tag be your video title. So if your video tag is about VA construction to perm loans, then make sure that's your first, if that's your title, make sure that's also your first tag, because those will, they will help one another in search results. All right. If you have questions about tags, you can also reach out to me at the end of the call. I'd be happy to go over it with you in a little more detail. All right.
That 15 limit, Ron, that's a great tip, because so often, you know, when we're using other social media platforms, you know, like Instagram, it's like as many tags as you can, put them all up there. And I know when I've been doing YouTube, I usually only limit it to maybe about 5,
Mhm.
no more than 10. One, because it just feels like it gets daunting after about that. But I'm glad to hear that like I've actually been staying in compliance.
Absolutely. Another cool feature about this, kind of another secret that I didn't mention in the slide, is that once your video is live and you've given it a few days to to get viewership, you can go back using a couple of plugins for like Firefox or Google Chrome, and it will scan the tags that you've created and show you which ones are getting the best response, so that you can delete all the other ones that are keeping the response low. All right, that's just a secret. Again, there are probably scores of companies that are doing that, providing that service. Obviously, you would need to pay them for that service. All right, so that's the second thing we want to know about YouTube video. Here's the next thing. Write your video description. This is probably one of the most important parts of adding video to YouTube. Done right, YouTube descriptions can boost your SEO, search engine optimization, right? It can increase your subscriptions. It can help add to your view counts and to your watch time. All of those things are being measured in your metrics in the back end of your YouTube channel. They can also help your videos rank in YouTube's suggested search function. This is a powerful search feature that a lot of companies will promise that you are featured there if you order their services. I have not done that yet. It's just not something that we want to spend marketing dollars on, right? So here are some things that you want to look at. I'm going to try to move this little screen right here. Consider that your description is actually a mini blog post. All right. You want to write about 100 to 200 word description telling viewers what your video is about. You can go over that. I think YouTube gives you up to 2,000 characters completely when you're writing a description, but only some of it is going to be listed at the initial, invitation to watch your video. And then once you click on it, you'll see the rest of the information. All right. The next thing, is you want to use your main keyword 3 to 4 times throughout the description and your alternative keywords once. All right. Anything more than that, YouTube flags it as stacking, and they have strict rules about the whole stacking feature, which when they're at it, they will monitor it, and they don't. I can't say that they always monitor it, but if they see it become a habit for your channel, they will flag it. All right. The next thing is you want to write like a human. And what I mean by that is know your audience and communicate in a way that they communicate. If you are dealing with first-time home buyers, giving them a ton of educational information that is way over their head, like the nuts and bolts about all the paperwork, you might frighten them away as a client. You want to speak on their level. You want to communicate in a way that they will not only communicate, but understand. All right. And then front load important information on your descriptions. And you always start with a compelling summary of your video and mention again your keyword in the first 2 to 3 sentences. Believe it or not, this is important, and it will help you increase your views on your YouTube channel. And then finally, you want to use the description opportunity to promote your brand. So after you've talked about in the first part of the description what your video is about, now you want to add in your channel description. You want to talk about your social media handles and ways that your viewers can follow you either on Facebook or Snapchat or Insta Story or any one of your other channels, and even your relevant product links. Like maybe you have a website. That's a great place to put your web address so that clients can connect with you easily. If you are one of those people who share your phone number, one of those agents that are sharing your phone number all the time, put your phone number in there. Make sure that's prominent, not only in your video, but in your description as well. All right. The next thing that we're going to look at is your thumbnail. I have had a blast with thumbnails. I will tell you from experience, sometimes I get it right and sometimes I don't get it right. And I go back and I will edit it. This is the beautiful feature about being able to change your thumbnail at any given moment. All right. I can log into our channels and change our thumbnails anytime I'm ready to. If I see that a thumbnail is not attracting attention, I just go in and change it. There's a lot of trial and error when it comes to creating your YouTube videos and creating your channel and causing people to come back and watch more. You just got to play with it and see what works for your clients. All right. Video thumbnails, having said that though, have significant impact on how much your video is viewed. According to YouTube, this was just put out at the beginning of February, 9 out of 10 of the most viewed videos on YouTube have a custom thumbnail. Not one that is automatically generated when you are adding your video that they will give you 3 options to choose from. Don't choose any of those. Create your own thumbnail. If you want help with that, I'm sure you can reach out to Sarah or Michael, or you can reach out to me even. I'd be happy to help you with that. You want a high resolution image when creating those thumbnails. Here are some important considerations when you are creating thumbnails. All right. Consider the viewer that you want to attract. If you don't know who you want to watch your channel, I would advise you to get real clear on what it is that you want. What client do you want to reach? Okay.
Reverse engineering. We talk about it all the time.
Absolutely. That's exactly.
Think about your client and think as your client, what would you want to see if you were looking for a video?
Absolutely. That's one of the most powerful tools that we have in marketing. Really it is. So consider them, and then thumbnails that have a person outperform those without one. And I have really been digging into this. I was up really late last night searching YouTube, and I did notice that I was more likely to click on a thumbnail that had a person than I was that just had words. So you want to make sure that you are putting a person in those thumbnails.
Yeah, and for those of you that joined us a couple weeks ago for our Canva class, this is actually something that we covered in that. Now, to cut the person out, it was the upgraded version of Canva, but we basically went through in the Marketing Matters, and we almost essentially made these thumbnails with the person and the words and stuff. So of course, Landmark Title, we've got a great design department. We can help you with these thumbnails, but if you just want to get on something really quick and really easy, check out Canva.
Yep,
it has
100%.
It even has different areas that you can go specifically to create YouTube thumbnails. So you're going to get your resolution right. You don't have to go into Paint or something like that on your computer and just be like, okay, I'm not a graphic designer. What am I doing? What should I look for? You go to one of these websites like Canva and let them help you to create exactly what you need to create.
100% agree. I love Canva. Great app. Yep. Awesome. Also, you want to use bright colors. Again, this is something that has been an experiment for our team. I'm working on this and constantly tweaking this. And I came across a new idea to me about the acronym BOGIE, right? And this is what they are saying regarding 2021 and YouTube reach via thumbnails is you want to consider those 4 colors, blue, orange, green, and yellow when you are creating your thumbnail, because red and black is YouTube's platform colors, and any of those colors blend in with their channel and people scroll right past it because they don't really see it. So you want to stand out with brighter colors. So use the acronym BOGIE so that you can make sure you're choosing the right colors. All right. And then you only want to use high definition images. I know that YouTube has kind of decreased their HD requirements. It's, more of a standard definition now, but this is important when you're creating your thumbnail, at least because the clearer an image is, the more likely people are to look at it. All right. And then finally, add text that's relevant to your video. Obviously, You can see from the bottom thumbnail that I created, how much does it cost to purchase a home? Believe it or not, that is a big question on YouTube. And so I needed to make sure that that was the clear intention of this video. You click on that video, you're only going to understand how much it actually costs to purchase a home regarding closing fees and down payments and all of those. You're not going to get a bunch of other information that doesn't answer your question. All right. And then include your logo. Push your brand. There's nothing wrong with branding your channel and your videos. You need to do it so that people remember you. You've got to include your logo and include it over and over and over again. It takes a long time for people to associate your logo with you. So include it everywhere you go. All right. I'm a big fan of logos. Next, video length. All right. Longer videos are proving to outperform shorter videos on YouTube. Isn't this awesome? Recent studies are now showing that videos that are 8 to 12 minutes long are getting more views. And here is the logic behind this, this tip is the user is going to stay longer on the YouTube platform, which is what YouTube wants. So obviously YouTube is going to get something out of allowing you to, for free, post your videos, right? They want something in return. That return is that everyone stays on their platform longer. So here are two videos to show you my case in point. A 4-minute and 10-second video, which is still a good length video for most people. If you're like me at all, you might have a little bit of ADD, and after a few minutes, you're like, okay, next, let's scroll, right? So we have 1.8 thousand views for a 4-minute video. And then again, our next video was VA loans in COVID-19 and how it affects the lending process. 5 minutes, 35,000 views from that video, which was great for the season that we were in. So we're thankful for that. All right. Next, video quality. You may think that video quality means that you have to have the best equipment. This is not what I'm talking about in video quality. There are two very important considerations when considering video quality. Number one, video quality in regard to always, always, always ask the people who are watching your video to subscribe to your YouTube channel. There's a, I've been in ministry for a while, 20 something years in a church, and there's a thought in the church, ask and you shall receive, right? That's a great statement. If you don't ask your clients or your viewers to like your and subscribe to your channel, they're not going to do it. You have to ask for it. Make sure you're doing this in every one of your videos. All right. It's very important. This is something that Jimmy practices all the time, and our viewership is just going up every week. We're increasing in subscriptions. Pretty awesome, right? And the next, content of your video matters. This relates to video quality in that you want to provide information that is educational. You want to provide information that is inspirational. Boy, if we don't need that now, I don't know what else we need, right? And then we want to entertain all of our viewers. Entertainment is important. It helps keep people interested when we are teaching or when we are inspiring, all right? And then I said this earlier, and I cannot state this enough. This is something that Jimmy has taught me from the get-go. Everyone wants to know, every viewer wants to know what's in it for me. You got to put that information in your titles, in your descriptions, and in your content. When you're recording video, always think about, again, this reverse engineering, what it is that they want to receive, okay? And then finally, provide value, provide value, provide value. Any value you give out eventually will come back to you in return. It's just a universal law of reciprocity. It will happen. So give, 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 and eventually it will come back, all right? Here's my bonus idea, my bonus tip for your YouTube videos is something that we started doing several weeks ago, and we are having crazy results, and we're thankful for it. Send your video link to your mailing list. This is what I've done. I have created a new weekly email to our entire list that goes out on Thursdays, sometimes Fridays, called Mortgages Made Simple. This goes out every week with a different video and a link. And since we've started this, we have had 100% increase in opens of our emails within the first week of our campaign. And it has been steadily rising every week. We've had an 80% increase in clicks, meaning they did not only open the email, but they clicked on the link and they watched the video. And then also we have had an increase in YouTube subscribers weekly, and that's going up every week. I get so happy when I open YouTube every morning and see that our subscriber count just continues to go up. So that is my final tip for optimizing your YouTube videos. And if you want more assistance in optimizing your marketing, in addition to Sarah and the team at Landmark and Michael and Patty and everyone there, I'm also happy to be a resource for you. We're happy to provide value for you and your business. You can schedule a one-on-one marketing meeting with me. This is my contact information, 560-1774. And then I am Ron Tolson with Goldwater Bank Mortgage Division, the Versalino team. This is how you can connect with us. Follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook pages at the Versalino team and at VALoansForVets.com. Our YouTube channel, I highly suggest you reach out to YouTube, Jimmy Versalino, and our PHX channel, which is PHX Home Loan Jimmy V. And then our website is phxhomeloan.com and VALoansForVets.com for all of our veteran families. Thank you again, Sarah and the team at Landmark, for the opportunity to provide this resource today and the opportunity to share. And I will look forward to working with you guys.
Thanks, Ron. That was great.
Absolutely.
I love YouTube. I use YouTube a little bit different because I put all of these on our YouTube channel. But I love going and watching real estate agent videos on YouTube. Some of my favorite teams that I work with just blow me away with their videos and their content. So if you do want some help actually getting out there and doing videos and video content for a YouTube channel or your social media, we talk about this all the time. I'm happy to help. Reach out to your business development managers and we will come out to you. We will meet up with you. We'll create 4, 5, 6 videos and help you come up with the ideas, and you can start creating that content, as well as help you out with the thumbnails and all of that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So Ron, can you also put your contact information in the chat so
Absolutely.
so that we can get in touch with you? And then I'm going to finish up today. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat as well. Want to touch on a couple classes that we have coming up. We actually have another CE class tomorrow. This one's going to be on disclosure. This is from 10 to 1. It's only $10. And then if we're going to be doing these every month too. So if you have a particular CE that you need to get a class for, let us know and I'll be happy to schedule it through Landmark Title. This is tomorrow. Let us know, register, get into it. I love Zoom CEs. I'll be on it. And then in the afternoon tomorrow, this is actually Thursday, the 18th, at 2 p.m., we have a HomeBot class. I know a lot of agents using this. It has helped streamline their business. Yeah. So if you'd like to attend this is a free class. Let us know. We'll get you in there. Michael and Patty are doing this one tomorrow at 2. Then Mary is starting up another round of her Buffini classes. I also believe that Beth and Patty, who are also Buffini masters, they will be starting up a Buffini series as well. So whether you are in Central Phoenix and you want to take Mary's class, or you're out in the East Valley and you want to take Beth's class, or you're in the West Valley and you want to take Patty's class, Landmark Title has a business development manager that is offering Buffini anywhere that you are. Let us know if you want to be a part of it. I think Mary said starting is up on the 23rd. And I don't know if I have dates for the others yet, but just let me know and we'll get you hooked up with them. And then next week, right after our Marketing Matters, Mary is going to be doing another appraisal class with Valerie, the appraiser. These are very loose format. It's a question and answer type format. So if you have any questions about what is going on with these appraisals right now, why are these appraisals coming in 40,000 under what my buyers are offering, get on there, get the answers straight from the horse's mouth. And I did not call Valerie a horse. This is just a saying. And then, as always, the first Thursday of the month, we have Market Insight with Scott Kibbers, the Vice Armless Chair. The next one will be March 4th at 9:30 a.m. These are always good. We do record these, but it's great to get on these live so that you can ask Scott questions, because I know you have questions. I have questions. What is going on? I heard yesterday that our inventory is going to dip down under 3,000. What? What does that mean for us? Get on March 4th and find out what that means for us here in the Phoenix area. And then, as they do every month, Patty and Michael are doing their HUD class. So if you do HUD properties, get on these classes because it changes all the time. This one is Tuesday, March 9th from 2 to 3 p.m. And that's all we have today. We are starting our next round, though, with our business development managers. And we're going to do something a little special to kick off this next round with all of them. So each of them come on and teach a class on a topic that they are the experts on. We are going to kick it off with a panel. Yes, everybody loves a panel. So we're going to bring 4 of our business development managers on next Wednesday, and we're going to do a panel. So if you have any specific questions that you would like me to ask them, put it in the chat, send them over to me, email them, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We have such a great group of business development managers. And one time I was asked, what makes Landmark Title so different than any of the other title companies? Because we all process escrows. We all, push the papers. That's across the board what all the escrow and title companies in town do. But what you get with Landmark Title is a collaborative team. We work together as a team. We're not in competition with one another. We have our areas, we have our agents, but we support each other. We grow together. We do quarterly meetings together. And I'm telling you, this is the most fun group of business development managers you will ever come across. There's not one of us that doesn't mesh with everybody else. It's a team here at Landmark Title. So when you're working with one of the business development managers and one of the escrow officers, you've got everybody behind you. So it's going to be a lot of fun when we start getting these guys together and asking questions and watching them play off of each other. So that'll be next week. We'll have 4 of them on, and then they'll each do an individual, and then we'll bring the other 4 on. So that will be a lot of fun. Oh, and thank you, of course. I always thank them at the end because they're the ones who are out there getting stuff done for our agents. So thank you, Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Jason, Zach, Patty, and Michael. You guys are awesome. And thank you, of course, to Ron. This was a great presentation today.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, as always, to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you great content like this every week. We also have a YouTube channel. So all of our past 22 Marketing Matters webinars are on our YouTube channel. If you'd like the link to it, if you've missed any, you want to just kind of check it out, let your business development manager know, and they can shoot that over to you. And as always, please think of Landmark Title on your next contract. We'd love the opportunity to work with you. We have 6 offices across the valley to serve all of your escrow, title, and marketing needs. We'll see you next week, everyone.